Morning. How y'all doing? Ooh, what a weekend. What a weekend. I don't even remember what I did. Alright, today, what's on the docket for today? Let's pull up the old to-do list. Alright. I tried to capture some footage, but I was playing it, I'm like, alright, this I want to change, this I want to change. I don't know, it just didn't seem ready yet. I'm possibly being too hard on it, but some of the decorations I've been using packs, and they're just pretty lame. And I noticed, like, the first decoration you put in your inn is a bed, and the bed I'm using is just something grabbed from a pack, and it was, you know, this guy on the left. It's pretty regular, nothing special about it, but it didn't really like look cute or appealing, so I worked on these other beds, which are way more appealing, which led to, okay, how do I decide what colors I should make all these things? I feel like I need to come up with a way to just swap their colors easily, like in The Sims. You know, I don't want you to have to like dye the items. Maybe I do, I don't know. I'm thinking you interact with the item and you can change their color palette and just have palettes that all objects can swap to. So there's like a base, like a wood color. If there's wood, there's a wood color, and then there's an accent color. So I'm not going to work on that now. that's incredibly boring. But I do want to keep that in mind for the future. Maybe after the trailer. That's not a trailer thing, but I think these beds came out kind of nice. So at least there's that. They look way better in the game too. Like I'm trying to understand the cozy aesthetic a little and figure out like what makes something look cozy and what makes it cute. And I feel like to some people it's just innate. They could just make that kind of stuff and they don't really understand why. Or maybe they do, and you know, I'm just the one that needs to figure it out. But I'm slowly like understanding. One thing I'm noticing is that framing things and containing them and filling them to their max, like so like take the bed for instance. If you have this bed, it's very open and it doesn't feel like safe or inviting. You know, all sides of it are they're all opened, and there's no comfort and protection in the bed. But when you put a bed frame on it and you give it parameters and you fill that to the max with plushy, soft, rounded cornered things, it like makes a cozy space. And like I sense the coziness in these beds. Also just having thickness in the blanket and a little roundness. Like everything needs to be round and soft and protected. And it's all about like safe spaces. So I'm slowly understanding that and getting it, which should help every item in the game, you know. There's sharp corners, but not many, you know. There's the bed frame posts, but everything else I'm noticing round corners. So it's got to be my mantra moving on. It's just round corners and safe spaces. That being said, this stream is about adding animals. I've been meaning to add so the forests in the game, they are living, breathing, and growing biomes that they have like daily cycles, and they can basically react to time and to the things around them. So what I want is that these biomes are kind of devoid of life except for plants, and then as the plants start to grow, they attract maybe flowers, and as the flowers grow, they attract bugs, and as the bugs grow, they attract birds. And then when the birds come, they bring other plants. And then when those plants come, they bring omnivore animals. Okay, so obviously that's a lot for a mechanic that maybe doesn't even get explained, but but the essence is there, and I want to add that. So maybe I'll just start out by adding a flower and then adding a bird. And the bird, the whole point of the bird and getting these like biome additions is the photography mechanic. I want the photography mechanic to actually, you know, be a fun collectible that you have to work toward. So that's the goal, is to make you want to like care for the biome, care for the forest. And each area of the forest will have like a different kind of biome. Maybe there'll be like a, you know, I have the meadow already. And then I have like a birch grove, a birch forest. So they'll each have their own like evolutionary tract of what can grow, and then what can be attracted to that area. So hopefully there's some diversity there. Make it interesting. And then the animals will be cute. And then they'll be difficult to photograph sometimes. You know, maybe you'll need a longer lens, which means you need to upgrade your camera. Like, you can't get close enough to them. So I need to make an entity that shows up when there's a certain element in the forest and can fly away when you get too close. So those are birds. So I'm gonna add birds today. I need to find some bird models. I have a pack of animals, and it's huge, and I'm not sure if I want to bring it into the game. It's just such a big pack, and I hate importing massive packs for like one model. So I'm going to open up my asset testing project, bring it in there, look at the packs, see if it's worth bringing in. Start there. Also, I'm realizing that this music is crazy loud. How's that? All right, I think that's better. All right, so the pack I have is this quirky series, which... Oh, Yanny boy. Hey, can't hear the music? There it is? Okay, cool. How are you doing? Yeah, all right. I'm gonna test out this. Oh, I have two of these packs. I have Mega Pack V. I didn't realize that. I got V2, which contains. There's a couple birds in there. I see a blue jay. I see a seagull. And some peacock. And then this one. What do we got in this one? I see. There's a pigeon. Another pigeon-looking thing. An eagle. Ooh, an eagle. Okay, this looks like... Alright, so it looks like V1's got the birds. I see you doing some fun multiplayer stuff in the Discord. And that stuff's nuts. I don't think I'd ever make a multiplayer game. Today I'm doing alright. It's actually kind of funny. You know, we don't, you know, my day job is to do visual effects, and there was a point in time when VR got huge, and VFX companies were making VR experiences because companies wanted to advertise using VR experiences. And there was a big boom of like that kind of work. And I worked on like 5 or 6 VR things. And I haven't seen a project in like 4 years for a VR thing until yesterday, when an unnamed entity approached us to make a multiplayer game in VR. And I might actually have to delve into multiplayer, even though it's the most difficult thing, and there's no place in VFX for multiplayer game dev. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. We'll see. All right, let's bring in this. So here I was testing. It's a plant asset, and this one was incredible. I love this plant asset. It's all kind of low poly, and they're beautiful looking. So much diversity, and loved it. All right, let's see the quirky series. I do eventually want to build these models myself, but I love the quirky series that I found. Hope you charge well. Me too. All right, let's see. What am I doing? Package manager. Quirky. Oh man, I don't know how I got both of these. I never bought them. They must have been in like a humble bundle. 29 megs? Alright, it's not the end of the world. Excuse me. Ooh. Just bring in both, see what the deal is. I'm sure there'll be other animals that I'd want to add. I feel like they don't fit the aesthetic exactly. They're a little too quirky. They're cute, but I don't know. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be using these packs. Because if I got them in a humble bundle without realizing it, then many other people did as well. Ooh, actually, I'm pretty tired today. I feel myself. I'm leaning forward, putting my head on the desk. Oh my god. Maybe I just need to chug this coffee. My dog was up today at 5:15 in the morning. She gets like indigestion or something and just glurps and slurps and wants to go outside and eat just to settle her stomach. Not fun. Alright, so I just brought him V2. I need V1. Okay. No one actually uses assets they buy in Humble Bundle? That's pretty true. I've been pretty good about assessing every single asset in those bundles, and I stopped buying them because I realized like maybe one of them is good in a future project. I'll just buy it then if I really need it. But I do look out for the ones with characters, models, and animations, because I think to me that's the most expensive part of game dev. It's like there's really intricate assets. Oh, look at that. So they're broken up into categories. So we have farm category here, which is relevant to me. Let's check that out. There's no demo scene. Oh, there is a demo scene. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let's rendering materials. Oh, I gotta select them. That is annoying. Oh. There used to be a button that's just like blast everything, change to URP. There was no upgrade. Oh, is this a custom shader that doesn't work? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. There's not even a texture? Oh, there is a texture, but it's all... Oh, he's got like an atlas like per animal. Is that what's happening here? So each animal has its own texture atlas. What's the point of a texture atlas if each one's gonna have their own? I buy humble bundles if there's at least one asset I really want. Yeah. But I don't import any of them into Unity unless I actually want to use them. Yeah. Of course, that's why I have this asset testing scene. I hate importing big assets now. All right, this is painful. Maybe I need to just... Can I just set it to simple or unlit? All right, so immediately I'm discouraged from using this thing. Let me at least look at the models. Oh, this is so weird. This is not... What is this demo scene? All right, we got cows, sheep, ducks. I mean, the chicken is good. I do like chicken. I do want to add chickens eventually. And the duck, I do want to add ducks. I mean, they're kind of wacky and funny. Oh, and they're all LOD'd. And that's pretty good. You don't get it. You don't normally get an asset with well-built LODs. Check if they have URP docs. Oh yeah, good call. Nah, it's just... I don't think so. Let's see. Quirky animals. I'm not seeing it here. You know what? All right. I'm going to continue without this. I might have another bird. Maybe I should just look in... Should I just look here really quick for like free bird just to get going? I don't love gray boxing with gray boxes. So I see there's bird flock 15, bird pack 59. No. Purchased. Wait, I have this? What? Okay, so they're like highly animated and textured. And their proportions are so realistic. Why do I own this? See, here's another humble bundle that I probably bought. They're very good, but they're too realistic. Like, I could just take the texture off, but then even their models are so realistic. How silly. I own this $60 bird pack, which is super high quality, and I still won't use it. Humble bundles are pointless. Maybe I'll use it anyway. All right, let me bring him to my test scene. I'll see what it looks like here. All right, why not? Maybe it won't look so bad without the textures. So what was this, bird? Low poly animated animals. That pack is already in my scene, and I know there's no birds. Yeah, 150 megabytes. That's got to be just the textures, though. Meh, indeed. Oh boy. Wait, what happened? Why did they put their... Oh, standard material, whoops. It's driving me nuts. I mean, yeah, these models, I like these proportions and the silliness way better than super realistic, but there's not much we can do about that. Alright, let's see how you do. Pretty sure these are not URP. Let's check it out. Alright, they were animals, full pack, bird pack. And each scene is separate. Okay. And there's no demo, just prefabs. I guess let's just bring them in one by one. So the crow, I do want to add crows. So PBR, Legacy. Obviously neither of them work, but they are just standard materials. So I should be able to just convert them. Please? Yeah, okay. So I'll bring in Mr. PBR. All right. That is highly realistic. All right, let's see if I can downgrade it to be what I want. I mean, first things first, no normal maps. All right, already it's close. Metallic map? No, I don't want a metallic map. Let's just get rid of that. And occlusion map? No occlusion map. And actually, you know what? I don't even want this shader. Let's just put on a toon shader. Quibbly. Stylized lit. Okay, that's just nothing. Wait, what? Oh, it has a normal map also? Oh, get out of here. You know, I don't know. This ain't gonna work out. Actually, okay. Seeing it like this does make me feel better. What is it doing though? Does it have an animator? Crow controller. Is it just going through all the animations? Animation, animator. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, yeah, it's just... So the animator is set up purely to show off the animations. It doesn't have an animator. I'd have to make that. It's fine. Take off, fly, flying attack, glide. Alright, I don't know. Maybe I'll just bring in this one bird just to test. Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'll just bring in the crow. I'll make a crow. I'll find new birds later. Or I'll make my own birds. Okay. Moving on. Don't save. So what do I need for this to work? Probably so it looks like each bird has its own animations. So I really just want crow. Hopefully that's not a massive amount. You know what? I won't even bring in the texture. I'm sure there are, I'll bring in the color. Just color. Hopefully that's tiny. All right, let's see. Crow. Oh, that's why it didn't. The base color never connected. Maybe it'll look nice now. Look at that. Okay, that looks. That's nicer looking. I mean, obviously, it has the texture that I don't want, but. Alright. It's really just to make. It's just a starting point. And then it needs. Probably I can probably use a generic animator. Should I rip apart this animator or should I make a new one? I'll probably make a new one. Where even is this one's animator? FBX, materials, prefab, texture. Where is this thing's animator? Crow controller. Oh, it's just at the root. All right. I just need an idle and a flyaway for now. That's it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna bastardize this one. Idle look around, idle scratching wing, idle stretching wing. Oh my god. What is this spider web? Yeah, I don't want the birds to walk around because I kind of want them to spawn in a safe zone and stay there. So walk, delete. Hop, delete. Take off. I guess I'll need take off. Eat something. Death. No. There's no death. Falling. Oh, right. In air, death, go to fall. Nope. Glide. Flying attack. Nope. And... okay. So we have the idols, which I'll just have these loop, and then if there's like a flyaway trigger, just go fly away. Has exit, okay. That's cool. Oh, puppy. Are you okay? Oof. My dog is making quite the noise. Alright, so... do I want to do any state? Yeah, any state. Make transition, take off. And then I'll just add a trigger. Escape, run away, flee, flee. Flee. If flee, then flee. And then they fly up. So I guess I'll control their positioning in the bird controller that I'll need to make. So they idle until they flee. Okay, that's simple. Done. All right, so I haven't made a, excuse me, oof. I haven't made a biome object in a bit. So what do last thing I made was the thorns. Let's start with the thorn. I'll duplicate that. Biome thorns. Biome bird. Okay. So the only thing that the biome object does at the moment is it progresses every day. Every day it gets it throws this progress biome and it does stuff. So when I enter a new zone that I haven't entered in a few days, it just does this however many days I've been gone. So all of like the growing happens like on the scene load. It doesn't happen all the time regardless of whether or not you're in the zone. It's just when you're in the zone. So if you don't go to a zone ever, it'll just progress a whole year when you entered for the first time, which is fine. Just might take a little bit to load. And I do have a whole like system that tells the loading screen, hey, I'm loading and wait for me. And then when it's done, it says I'm done. So it can take time. All right, so all I want birds to do, this also does stuff to the scene, and birds actually, they probably don't need to do anything to the scene. They just need to be spawned from other things. So like if there's, so maybe crows only show up if there's a, like what do crows eat? What do crows eat? They're omnivores and eat whatever's available. Insects, spiders, snails, fish, snakes, eggs, other birds, cultivated fruits and nuts and vegetables. Okay. So maybe there's a beetle that spawns. And when the beetles exist, then the crows exist. So... all right, I'm gonna pretend the beetle is the tree for now. Like, so I already have other biome objects, and I'm gonna pretend that the beetle. You know, I'll just make the beetle at the same time. Why not? So biome bird, biome beetle. Do I have a beetle? No. All right, so the biome beetle, when it spawns, I don't want it to instantly spawn a bird, because then it's possible that one day they'll just all trigger each other in the same day. It needs to know that it's been around for a bit. So what do I have? I guess what I have to do is when it spawns, I don't want it to spawn. I don't want it to calculate on its first day. Technically, I don't think it does, because no, this gets added to the spot map, and then the spot map runs through all of its members, and then oh, it looks like I have a funny bug where if it's added to the spot map past the point of the object's index, it will calculate. But if it's added to the spot map earlier than the current object's index, then it won't calculate. All right, that's a funny bug. And I will not worry about that right now. So let's just make a beetle. And beetles spawn birds. I'll just make it spawn a bird. So this is from the thorns, and this destroyed stuff. And I don't want to destroy anything. Find a biome entity nearby. Actually, I think I want to grab trees. Because trees do something interesting. They spawn seeds around them, which grow other trees. So all I really need to do is change that seed object to a beetle. Nick! What up, Nick? Oops. Did you figure out your inner shadow, outer glow, and an outline issue? Okay, so this is actually pretty complex. So my cousin made it for me, so I'll just use that. There you go. Are you sure it's correct? You should ask for a reference. Say, hey, do you have a reference of what this should look like so you can match it instead of just guessing? Rule number 1 of working on something for a client. Ask for a reference. He sent one to me. Okay, there you go. Looks the same. Great. All right, so what is this? The tree, it grows branches and seeds, and I really only need... I only need the seeds. So this is if can grow branch. All right, we don't need that. We just need the seeds. Only spawn things if we're at the most mature tree stage. So we're a beetle. We don't have a matureness. We just have one state. So we don't need that. Okay, so here we go. If seed entity can spawn. So what we actually want is bird entity. We don't need this. Okay, if bird can spawn, we give it the day and the spot map. So birds will probably be seasonal, and some birds will only show up in certain seasons, which will add some variety. And what we do here is, so I guess if a bird shows up, we want to kill the beetle. He said, feel free to use colors coordinating with the scene. Well, all the scenes are gross. Oh God. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for you. Okay, actually I gotta think about this for a second, because this script right here will add a beetle, or will add a bird right next to the beetle. And that doesn't make any sense. Birds eat beetles. I don't want them hanging out next to each other. And then it doesn't make sense for the collectibles to just all pile up on top of each other. So it's almost like if birds are available, this beetle dies and then the bird shows up. But sometimes I want... Maybe this only happens if there's 2 beetles. So if there's a beetle somewhere else in the scene, then it allows this bird to spawn. Because... Well then, no, but then there's always a beetle? I don't know. I will figure out the game dynamics later. Let me just get a bird spawning. So this should actually just kind of do it based on the logic of the seeds, which... so this finds free positions. This gets the game object. This... This gets a random number just to see if we want to actually do it. And then we find a free spot, we remove it, and set its rotation to... Okay, so we actually don't want it to be rotated. We don't want random rotation. Do we? Do I always want it facing the camera? No, we can do random rotation. And let's see, add to spot map. Yep, all right, that's it. So now that we have a beetle, how do we get beetles in the scene? Beetles will just be part of the biome for now. And the birds actually don't need any progress. So I'm going to delete all of this, but I'll keep it just in case I need it later. Because birds will eventually spawn other things. Birds will introduce rare flowers. And I almost need like I need something to track like a biome's progress. Like each biome should get, I should be able to say, here's the progression of a biome. If we're up to birds, we're at like a certain level. And maybe I don't let the biome go past that for a little bit. Like if it's been 10 days and we're at level 3 and level 4 is birds, wait the 10 days, unlock level 4, now allow bird spawning. Okay, that's what I need to do. That gets added to the biome area. Is this savable? So the biome area is savable. So I do want, so I want some kind of progression here. And how do I want to track that? An int? I guess I want, okay. This is what I want. I want a list of entities that defines the progression of a biome. And then I track what the latest index entity is available to us. And then there's a day count. So I need a new class that's like entity day count. Biome level. Biome level? Yeah. Biome tier? Oh. Progression tier. Okay. I like wordy classes. I don't know. I don't like them because they're wordy, but I always end up doing them. So I must innately like them. So biome progression tier is a biome entity and it's a day amount. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to scan the scene. I need to see what the latest biome entity we're up to. Wait the days to level up and allow the unlocking of the new entity. Not that hard. Not that hard. So here we want a public list of FB. What up? How are you doing? Biome progression. Is this a good way to do it? I need the devs out there to tell me. I feel like it's a little loosey-goosey. I was foaming all morning, but did not accomplish as much as I would have liked to, given the amount of time I spent. I feel unsatisfied. I understand that feeling completely when you toil away at something and you just don't get to a satisfying end point and you're unhappy, but you just got to remember you did something. Even if you worked, even if you moved the dial 1%, that's progress, baby. Stupid maintenance stuff. Maintenance stuff is important. Oh yeah, and I need to clarify that foaming means making things out of foam. Don't let your mind go dirty. He means making stuff out of foam. He's talking about the gym. No, he's not talking about the gym. Gym day's tomorrow, Nico. So that idea of like phrasing where what you're saying could be interpreted in a gross way, I have a problem with that. And you know, my wife, she hates it when I do that, and I do it all the time. Sometimes I do it on purpose, sometimes I do it on accident, where things just come out gross, but they're perfectly innocent when you break down the words, but when you put them together, the phrasing is just disgusting. And I love doing it. I can't stop. All right, so check biome growth. Now I need one that's check biome level, and then level up if we're ready. Public. No, not public. Biome tier. and progress biome. So I gather it, I progress it, and then I need to check it. This is a lot of loops. I don't love it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So here is the loop where I go through every object in the biome. Mike Lombardo, what up? I could make this better by just pinging the level up thing. Oh, maybe that's what I do. I say if I ping it when an object exists and I level it up once. And then I accumulate those values, and when the tier reaches a certain level, I unlock the next thing. Okay, that's better. Then I don't need to loop this thing basically like 19 times every time I enter the scene. So I need a couple of functions here. And I think I need to like write it out. I need to write it out just to understand what I'm doing. I need to load. Okay. In the loop, I want to alert progression tier I exist. The progression tier needs to count alerts. And I need a function that says for a spawned object, can I spawn yet? So the can I spawn yet is going to be part of the counting. All right, guys, I'm doing something real technical here, but it's all for the greater good. I got to get these birds in the game. I want birds in the game. Someone on my TikTok was like, you should be able to feed the crows, and train them, and they bring you stuff. And I'm like, I really like that idea. And one time, I think like a year and a half ago, when I posted this photography mechanic that I have in the game, Zach Velli on the Discord was like, oh, you should be able to throw bait, and so they stick around and you can photograph them. Okay, what if I combine all those mechanics? So you throw the bait, so they stick around and you can photograph them, and you build a relationship with that entity. And crows bring you shiny things. What about when I said camp out with s'mores? Oh, yeah. I like the s'mores idea. I'm going to add the s'mores, don't you worry. Like Pokemon Snap, exactly. So I'm going to add the bait mechanic eventually. But right now, let's just get birds in the game. So I need to check. I need to say, hey, I'm here, level me up. So progress tier, biome tier, and then I pass the entity, biome entity. I want to cycle through the list of biome entities, the biome tier. What did I call this thing? Biome progression. Oh, right. I forgot how to write a for loop. Pathetic. What are you guys saying? It can be a game like you gotta cook it right. Oh, cook the bait. Like you need the certain bait for the certain animal. Yeah. Heavy rain? What? There's bait in heavy rain? Or this is just cooking? You should be able to post your photos on a community board in town. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Crows are only good for helping you hunt down your victims at night. Okay. Crows are not that violent. You're thinking of the other ones. Ravens. When you have to do ordinary tasks like lift your kids and set the table, but it's a blast. Wait, what? Oh, you mean like just hitting buttons in succession? And then the villagers can leave messages like, whoa, fun. Oh, that's for your posted photos. And the art professor can be like, B+. I like this idea too. No, the s'mores. Okay. The s'mores, got it. I'll add the s'mores. I like the s'mores. I already have. So now, everything I did on last week's stream, adding items to people's hands, adding s'mores is like trivial now. Like all I need is a model of a marshmallow on a stick, and it's done. So I feel good about something like that. But that would be a good trailer shot, like someone sitting on a fire making s'mores. That's a good like moment for the trailer. So I might make that soon. Let's add crows to people's hands. All right, now you're just getting silly. All right, so I need to if prog tier dot entity equals entity, we level it up. So I need to, okay, so now I need to save our progress. So I need a public list of ints, I guess. Biome progress. The problem with this is if I ever change this in the future, it totally gets jumbled. So I almost need to save this class and the name of the class. So I need like a serialized version of this. Oh, that makes me sad. I hate doing serialized versions of things. But maybe I'll just get it to work without saving for now, and then I'll get the save stuff to work later. I hate that you can't save, or you can't serialize like the connection to a scriptable object. Are these in resources? Do I load them dynamically? Biome entity. Are they in resources? Nope, they're just floating. So I would need these to be in a resources folder so I can load them. That stresses me out. That's so much architecture I need to change and add. Is this the best way to do it? You know what? Okay, so instead of doing that, I'm just gonna go the messy way first, and I'll make that later. So all I need is a list of ints that. So biome progression tiers. Yeah. These are too similar now. And then biome progress. So I'm just gonna match indices, and that's that. And then instead of doing a for each, I'll do a for int x equals 0, x is less than biome progression tiers dot count. Okay. So if this equals the entity, then we progress this index. And that's that. I need to, well, I don't want these to be public. This is private, but I do need to initialize it in an awake. This is base mono behavior. I don't have an awake function, so let's make one. And then I'm going to need, so I have stuff I'm saving. And what do I save? I only save last calculated day. Now I need to save an array of ints. Progress. Ints equals biome progress to array. And it doesn't like it. Oh, to array. I need something else here to tell what kind of array, right? Copies to a new array. No, it already knows it's a list of ints. It does not contain a definition for ints. What? Oh, whoops. Call to progress. Oof, that was rough. Biome progress equals new list of ints. Save data.progress. Okay, so I saved the progress now. He's never gonna see this message, but 10:27 Eastern, you read a bunch of messages in a row, but got so mixed up because of the timing that you didn't actually understand any of it. It's okay. Okay, you're saying that, but you were saying that I should add heavy rain-like mechanics where there's like interactive cutscenes where you're pressing buttons in sequence to do simple tasks. I'm pretty sure that's how Heavy Rain works, and that's what you were talking about. And then you backtrack and you're like, you know what, just add s'mores. Mike was talking about, and you started with like the cooking of the bait. Like you gotta, wait, what about when I said camping out with s'mores? Oh no, so you said, so camping out with s'mores is that interactive cutscene thing. And Mike said add photos to the community board, and then the NPCs can like comment on it, which is a cutesy idea, and I like that. I like both ideas. Honestly, I'm gonna add. I'll probably add the s'mores more than the community board thing. That's a massive thing, but nobody wanted to cook bait. You're right. I did make that up. Right? Did I? Yeah, I did make that up. All right, that's the one thing I got jumbled. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I can't keep up. Okay. Oh, do I? No, I don't want to reuse that. Okay. Yes. All of your comments are about s'mores. And I'll add the s'mores. Find me a model and I'll put it in. Oh my god, I'll just put it in right now. Actually, how easy would that be? Okay, I think it could take me 7 minutes. Alright, so to add s'mores, I need a cylinder. I'm sorry for all the people who are really excited to see birds in the game. I gotta add s'mores, because FB will not stop with the s'mores. He just won't stop. I need a cube, and I need a cylinder. This is gonna be temporary. So here's my marshmallow. Evan is ruining the plan. Yeah, he is. It's not so bad. This is really quick. All right, so this just needs to be white. And the stick I'll make brown just to see it. Dark brown. Okay, so now I got a stick. The marshmallow under the stick, put the stick at the origin. And this goes in their hands like, so if they're sitting like this, yeah, let's do this. All right, so now we have our stick, And I want to put this under a group. Call it marshmallow. Center it out. Oh my god. Can I make this in 7 minutes? And then archery, bow, put it next to this thing. Make it a thing. Archery, item spawner. So now we need a new item spawner called Marshmallow. Is it mallow like that? So now the campfire. Spawns these when they sit down. Marshmallow item spawner. Marshmallow item spawner. All right, so this is, I do eventually want to make the item spawn the thing. Actually, yeah, let me do that. All right. So I just need one more item in the game. Consumable carrot. Let's see. So it's a snack, right? It's a snack. Consumable snack. I will start with the croissant. Muffin. No, start the muffin. Oh, I don't have a... consumable muffin. So I need all these things. Dink, dink. Marshmallow. All right. Oh god, we're almost there. Bear with me, everybody. All this. Do I have a marshmallow? No. Pillow. Button. No. I feel like I have just a white rectangle I'll use. There we go, just a circle. There's my marshmallow. Marshmallow. And then this spawns marshmallow. Okay, and then this is the marshmallow. So we don't want the muffin anymore, we want the marshmallow. Okay. So this, okay, one more thing. Interaction stats. It goes here. Item spawner marshmallow. It is the button icon for now. Gotta switch this later. Button circle. Okay. Block chat require. Okay. So now if I add a marshmallow to a buffet table, they will take the marshmallow and eat it at the table. But I actually want them to eat it at the fire. So activity type, activity eating. So the item activity location is the tabletop. I kind of want it to be the fire. Location fire. It's interesting, I already have one here. I don't remember why. What other items require fire? I don't know. But I'm gonna require fire to eat this thing. So now, you ready? Oh my god. Is this gonna work? You think it was, I think was that 7 minutes? That was quite the diversion. What are you guys saying? I don't care about you making the s'mores. I'm just trying to clarify my original statement. Yeah, you don't care. Nobody says that many things and doesn't care. So the only way for me to test this is like make an inn really quick. I'm not gonna do that. Ban books. Wait, what? Oh god, you guys have said so many things. He's so mixed up because of the timing he read those messages. What do you mean I'm so mixed up? You wanted me to add marshmallows and s'mores. Gamify the making of the s'mores like in Heavy Rain. Yeah, like just push some buttons. I mean, yeah, I can gamify everything like that, but right now they're in. If someone sits at, if you put marshmallows out, they'll sit at the fire and eat them. And they'll roast them. Please go back and read. I can't go back far enough. I don't know what. Nobody wanted to cook bait. Yeah. I was talking all day. He was talking all day yesterday about the bird thing. Was I? Oh god, he'll never read these. Evan is ruining the plan. He's so mixed up because of it. All I've learned from this is that we're all complaining hard enough. We can get what we want. But he thinks you were. It's a good point. I wish we could have done that for Avengers. Oh god, it looks like you killed that bird with Evan's s'mores. This poor animal. It got so out of hand. He never even heard or saw what my actual suggestion was. Yeah, okay, so I understand. You want to gamify the creation of the s'mores, like in Heavy Rain. So the interactive cutscenes. Far too gone. Is that the bird? I'm happy he's doing it for me. Candles. Okay, yeah, I read your candles and banned books. Those are features I'm not putting in the game. All right, I think we're good now. What about the swooping crows? Yeah, let's get back to the crows. So the marshmallows are in. I do want to test them, but I'll test them when I got crows working too. I'll test them all at once. So this crow PBR, I want a content, I want a biome. Where are my biome prefabs? Animal prefab. Okay, I have animals. And, oh, okay, so I have butterflies that I can start with. Oh, I have a base, duh. So I'll start with the butterfly, and I'll make a crow. Animal crow. And then I just delete the butterfly, which needs a couple of things on it, so I won't delete it yet. Crow PBR. So it doesn't wiggle. It needs a box collider and a photographable. So let's add a box. That's too big. .5, 0.5, that's good. 2.5, okay. So there's my box, and I need that photographable. And it looks like I don't set it. I guess I don't have to. I don't know why I don't set this. It must set automatically. I cannot restructure prefab instance. Cancel. Butterfly temp. Oh, is that in my base prefab? Animal crow. Animal base. Butterfly temp. Oh, that's terrible. I have this in my base prefab. Crap. Standing meter. Okay. What about the swooping crows and the standing meter with all animals? He missed the only good idea we had, all because of our nonsense. Maybe instead of birds, they can be those little guys from Breath of the Wild. Like you effed with the wrong part of the woods, and now you gotta decide, do you piss off 10 birds or 1 fox? Oh, like your faction? You want to add factions to the forest? There should be a spirit of the forest who judges you and punishes you based on your animal crimes. I actually like that idea, not the punishing part, but the idea that there's a spirit of the forest that's like, hey, you know, you've actually done pretty good. I like everything I like all the stuff you've been doing. That's a good idea. Good idea. All right, so what good ideas have we had today? Let's see. Good ideas from Riffraff. You guys are the Riffraff. So, spirit of the forest who judges your biome progression. Go ahead. What are all the good ideas? I'm reading chat right now. Live, real time. Give me those good ideas you got. No forest punishing. This is only a nice, helpful thing. The punishment is you haven't progressed far enough yet to satisfy the judge. That was the only one? Okay. All right. I'm going to keep this list here. Now, anytime there is a good idea. Oh, Mike, I feel like Mike had another good one earlier, way earlier. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Was it the photo judging thing? Nah. I think it's... All right, so this thing, butterfly temp, this is concerning. What I need to do is call this would be the animal visuals container. I need to make and less temp it. And I don't want to recreate the butterflies, so I'm just gonna like build this in. So or I just make this the butterfly base. I don't know why I camel case that. So I have an animal base here, and this is actually for butterflies only. And then I'll have my true animal base here, which is... won't have butterflies. It'll just have a photographable... Okay. So this is the animal visuals root. It doesn't get this, and it doesn't get... Okay, so now the crow can live here, and the photo board with the comments. Yeah, I mean, I like that idea. It's just a little too much right now, and I don't need that for the trailer. What about someone that shows up to the inn and challenges you to things for prizes? Yeah, I mean, I like that as like a character personality. A highly competitive, oh my god, how do you spell competitive? Competitive guest. Should I name that highly competitive guest FB? What about a humanoid camel person that appears every Wednesday to send you a new kind of rug? What? Is that like an Aladdin reference? Or is that an Animal Crossing thing? Marky Wheelio shows up to challenge you to a bike ride. If you win the race, you get something cool to impress the forest god. I mean, I like that. Cubes inside cubes inside cubes. Gonzi, ZT, what up? What up, both of you? How are y'all doing? Sorry to refer to you both at once, but here I am, real time, reading your comments. All right, I'm trying to get animals in the game. FB and Mike Lombardo, incredibly distracting people. Cannot get it. I had gallstones the other morning. I'm great. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. All right. All right, so the animal crow does not reference from butterfly base anymore. Delete. I need a new instance here. Oh my god, I have so many custom things in this menu, I can never find anything. So I need prefab variant. Okay. So this is animal base. Animal crow. So here is where I add the crow. PBR. It goes in the visuals root. The visuals root is already set up with the box collider and the photographable that I need. The crow animator is fine. I don't have to worry about that. The biome object, biome collider. So I need a bird controller. The biome object is oh wait, so is a biome, so the biome beetle is a script that, okay, I don't need I don't even need this biome entity reference on this because I need to do it separately. Like it needs to be a crow type, so this does not even get that. It's just a box collider. Do I even need a prefab parent to do that? Whatever. So this gets the bird, biome bird. And I need an entity. Oh, I need to make a new entity. Biome entities. Let's start with. I don't think I have custom ones. I think they're all the same. Okay. T-plant. So biome entity animal crow. Display name crow. No description, no icon. Prefab option. So the thing that gets, this thing that spawns these. Okay, I need to make a savable. So I don't really need a savable prefab because these things won't get saved. They'll just spawn or not spawn. But the way this system's set up, I think I have to because I assume savable things. Savable, degradable. Animal crow. Ah, this is kind of messy. Whatever. Animal crow. Prefab options. Does this have to be? Probably. Alright, so we spawn a crow. There's a 20% chance. Coverage max 1. Max in zone 20. No. Max crows in zone. How many crows should be max in the zone? 1? Probably 1. I don't want more than 1 crow. Should be a very special rare thing when a crow shows up. I once text mesh pro a girl we've been dating ever since. My girlfriend's favorite movie is The Crow. Well, one of them. Dwight's favorite movie is The Crow. Everyone loves The Crow. ID tea plant. Nope. Animal Crow. Okay. Allow rotation. Yep. Allow required entities. So I actually have a thing here that requires certain entities. And I need to make the beetle at the same time, because the whole thing is the beetle spawns, then the crow spawns. So I need two. I should be making both of these at the same time. Beetle. So this is a beetle. And I don't have a beetle prefab yet, but I'll just... Oh, whoops, animal beetle. I called it a SP crow. A degradable animal. No, it's just an animal. Animal crow. Okay, beetle. So I don't have a spawnable thing for a beetle yet. But what I will do is use what should I use in its place? I'll use this cupcake. So now when there's a cupcake, it means there's a beetle. There's never more than 6 in a pack, at least in North America. Crows fly in packs, a murder. If there was one crow somewhere, it's probably sick. That's probably true. Are you gonna bring in the fox from your other impressive but failed game? Maybe. Beetleborgs? Brilliant idea, Gozy. Yeah. I think about that fox game all the time. And whether or not it was a waste of my time, I don't think so. I definitely learned a lot doing that. So animal crow, let's also make the beetle. And actually I'll add the muffin here. So this is my beetle. English muffin. It's gonna be an English muffin. If the English muffin shows up, there's a beetle in town. That's a pretty good English muffin. Should I just give it legs? Alright, let me just give it legs. Oh god, such diversions. How many legs do beetles have? Does anybody know? Do they have 6 legs? There's my 6-legged beetle. Sort of force gifts from it. Wait, what did I miss? You should be able to train the fox to hunt down the crow. Oh my god. So much. Make it a golden finny fox. And it's like in Red Dead with mystical creatures. I actually don't know the mystical creatures mechanic in Red Dead. Sort of force gifts from it. Stapler on the front desk that turns into the animated stapler from the last page of night. Oh god. Oh, that thing was scary. Not many people reached the stapler monster. It was quite long and hard to get to. This is making me starving. Should name it Ringo. Oh, God. Liverpool. 2 each, and there are 4 of them. 2 each, and there are 4 of what? Oh, wait, legs? Beetles have 6 legs. The beetles have 8 legs. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I can't keep up with you guys. Alright, we have a beetle. So now we have a beetle and we have a crow. So what are all the things that crows contain? They have. So animal, beetle. So instead of biome bird, we want remove. Kind of want, it should be biome. It's not biome beetle, it's biome insect, because I'm gonna have other insects, so Let me just rename that real quick before I add it to an object. Do I have it open? I need to close it. Biome. Insect. Oh. Don't ask me to add any more campfire things. Biome insect. Singular. Why does he create everything over the dead bird? Or I'll get rid of the bird. No more bird. All right, so this gets the biome insect. So the insect controller has its own things. So the insect controller, so beetles spawn crows. And beetles are beetles. Branch coverage percentage. That is a thing I do not need. Okay. So what this does is that if there's a beetle in a scene in the forest, it will have a chance of spawning a crow on the next day. Now, how do we get a beetle? So we need a beetle spawner. And beetles will, I'll just make beetles show up in the meadow by default for now. I will have something spawn them later. So biome, so this list of areas, I define areas, so this is a meadow area. It has a list of biome entities that can spawn from nothing. So all of these things can just show up out of nowhere. And I'm just gonna add beetles to that. So now beetles can show up randomly, and there can only be one. Just one beetle. And okay, so this, if they're not saved, that means they'll never progress. And if they, I guess they need to be saved. Oh, and you need a photograph. I need a photograph object. So photo, oh boy, photo, butterfly green. I need a photo of a beetle. And I need to make that beetle. Oh, and I need a crow. Got to do these things at the same time. Beetle and a crow. So this is a crow. Biome entity. Crow. Oops. Biome entity crow. Visitor center collectible, yes. And then the beetle. All right, so now I have photographables. There are so many things to hook up. Is this too complex? I think this might be too complex. All right, I'm pretty sure this happens automatically. I have to double check. So get subject. And I try and get the interactable component from, if there's an interactable component, get that. Try and get, oh, okay, so if there's nothing, I get the parent, I get the subject, and then I automatically get the photo from the subject that I find. Okay, it is automatic, that's good. All right, so that happens automatically, which is nice. What else? I need, so in the, I think that's it. I think beetles will just show up now. Oh, right, no, they'll never spawn a crow. Let's just make sure beetles show up, though. They will literally never spawn a crow because beetles don't stick around. So I think the spawning of crows needs to happen somewhere else. It doesn't happen in the beetle. It happens elsewhere. So let's go to the forest. Let's see if we see some beetles. Oh, and we need a camera. Let's get the camera item because I want to take a picture of it too. I want to see if I can register it. No. Why do you gotta reload script assemblies just by hitting play? This game is getting so big. I'm excited for the TikTok later. I'm spent. I don't know what to put on TikTok anymore. I need a social media manager. Does anybody want to be my social media manager? Come up with ideas, make posts. Raise your hand. So you find the beetle to spawn the crow, to taunt the fox, to feed the bear, to train the kid to eat the goat that father brought for 2 zuzims. Do I get the source code of the game? Yeah, you do. I'm gonna make this an open source game. I've been following this other game lately that is extremely popular on social media. They just launched their Kickstarter. They got like $500,000 in 3 days. They post a lot, and they're very good at their social media. And they finally released they finally set a post recently that was like, "Hey, meet our team," and they had a list of all their team members in like a scroll of photos. And they have like 5 artists, 5 or 6 artists, 1 or 2 developers. So they're making an MMO, which is huge. And I've just been so jealous of their social media presence. They have 4 community managers and social media experts. 4. So there's 5 artists, 2 devs. That's 7 people making the game and 4 people dedicated to promotion and community. Once I saw that, I don't feel bad anymore about my own efforts. Who can compete with that? When you're trying to make the game, be the artist, and do promotional stuff, I can't be jealous and feel envious of a team of, 11 people? I can't be jealous of that. So that made me feel good. How many do you have? I have 1. Me. Sounds like some... Jesus, Nick. Careful, Nick, please. Welcome to Andy's TED Talk for your health. For your health. Pay Needy to make you clips. Needy makes the wrong kinds of clips. Actually, no, that's not true. I bet you can make clips, but I need someone to like make the content too. Pay Kurt to post them. Why do I need Kurt to post them? All right, where was I before I went on that little tirade? Oh, you distracted me with the TikTok. TikTok. It's 8 o'clock. It's already been an hour and... How long? An hour and 45 minutes. I haven't even gotten a beetle in the game yet. Oh, right. I just wanted the camera. I got the camera. Boom. Let's see if a beetle shows up. Oh, right. We were going to make birds today. Ugh. I'm trying to make birds. All right, got it. Get the camera. Let's run to the forest. It's a short hike to the forest. All right. Let's see if we can hunt a beetle. Let's make this a little bigger. So it's a pretty forest. I like all the extra vegetation stuff. It looks... I think it looks good. Let me know if it looks good, if it's too much. I don't know. Is it too cluttered? Where are my English muffins? Where are my English muffin beetles? Looks like I don't have any. Why don't I have any? Okay, so what I need to do is I need to put my debug button so I can progress the day over and over again. To do that, I need to uncomment my handy dandy debug. I can do it in 4 months after I'm done foaming. I'd like that. Alright, we're gonna make birds today. Gotta make beetles before you can make birds. Yeah, didn't your parents ever tell you about the birds and the beetles? I'll be too busy playing Marvel Champions to post anything. Kurt, first of all, good morning. Thanks for saying good morning. I don't even know you're out there, and now that I know, thanks for saying hello. Kurt's playing Marvel now. Yeah, you guys playing that Marvel. You're all playing that Marvel mobile game. I got tempted to see what it was like, but I can't. Honestly, I've been doing so many crosswords. This is all I do on my phone. Is I do social media and crossword puzzles. That's my mobile game. Okay, let's bring the bike. Okay, so this is overlapping. That's annoying. Meadow and bio. Okay, let's move this over. So I have a button here that can progress the biome over time. So progress meadow. You see some rocks show up. Oh, look. Wait, a bird showed up. What? Why did the bird show up? And it's animated. I didn't even do that. That's cool. Can I take a photo of it? Okay. It's not supposed to be there. Taking photos. Got it. Interactable name. Wait. Ooh. Ooh, it's a little buggy. It's a little buggy. So these show up nicely with question marks, and this does not. Is it throwing errors? Hell's yeah, it's throwing errors. That Marvel game is juicy but boring to play. Yeah, I just got to get into it, but no, I don't recommend it to anyone. It's more of a curse. I feel like a lot of these mobile games are more of a curse. Like, you want to play it because, yeah, it's juicy. It's just got the sound effects and the visuals and the feeling of progression. It's got it all to make you feel good. But then when you close it, you feel anxious. You spent a lot of time doing nothing. Your eyes are strained from looking at your phone, and it just makes you feel awful. I've been playing chess on my phone, but I'm so bad. Take a pic. I couldn't take a picture. It's throwing all these errors. I got to figure out what that is. Photo system. Oh, I think I know. So I think I manually add stuff to the photo system. I don't load it. So when there's new photos, I need to add it, which is bad. I should do that automatically. Photo system. Okay, I take that back. I definitely dynamically grab all the photos. Oh, that's strange. Okay, so instead of running to the forest, I'm going to add it to my test biome, which is here in... It's just sitting right here. Test biome. And this test biome is the meadow. And it is located right here in the middle of the walkway. I used to play chess, but it would take so long and I'd get so angry when I lost. It wasn't healthy for me. I've been playing Marvel's Avengers on PS3. Is that true? Marvel's more like a gambling addiction than anything. You play and play and play at the chance that something good happening. You're constantly chasing a feeling that is very rare. Oh, they've got that down to a science, don't they? All right, so I have a little biome right here that should be able to spawn all the things I need. So biome meadow. All I need to do is have that. I should make this a little bigger because we'll just make it less rare to happen. So So crows and beetles should show up right here. I'll be able to hunt down this bug. I have to see what's connected to the animal. Like, it has a photo reference, and apparently it's coming up null in the dictionary, which is strange. Any crows? Oh, this is so annoying. They're overlapping in a very obnoxious way. I've got a really fun dominoes game on my phone, but is only random matchmaking, no playing with friends. So if I want to play with my wife or my kids, I can't. Just have to pick up the dominoes box and play it manually like a caveman? Nah, don't do that. Actually, my wife and I have gotten into this. So anytime we go away to like the woods and just hang out for a weekend, we always play board games. And there's a board game now that I kind of fell in love with. It's called Everdell. Anyone ever heard of Everdell? It's like it's a city building. It's like a city building board game, which I am completely new to. Okay, progress. There's thorns. Okay, a bird showed up. All right, so bird, what's up with you? Why can't I take your photo? You're cute. I want to take your photo. So photographable is none. It did not successfully get the photograph because I didn't set the stupid... Whoops. It's all about Pandemic, the board game. Is Pandemic a board game that came out? Oh my god, imagine that concert. Sounds like my bizarro doppelganger. What concert are you talking about? Everdell Lorenthal? Alright, I know what's going on. Animal, crow. I just forgot to set the entity of the crow. So it is a crow. And now it should successfully get the photograph. Everdell looks cute. Machikoro inspired. I don't know what Machikoro is, but it's extremely cute. The artwork. Honestly, like I'm not into the board game scene. I know it's a huge scene, and I feel like it unlocked this thing where it's like, oh wow, board games have gotten quite complex and interesting, and it's not like Monopoly is in the entry board game. It's simple. You just buy stuff and you get paid from other people and you roll a die, whatever. But yeah, board games have just gotten really, really crazy. We have another one that's like it's similar. It's not a city builder, but it's a winery builder, where I forget what it's called. It's like the Vintners something, and you basically build a winery and you grow grapes and you progress the grapes and they provide, and then you like age the grapes into wine and you sell the wine, and it's just about making money, and it's also pretty fun. It's fun because you really feel like a winemaker, and we both love wine, and we'd like go up to Napa Valley, and basically the capital of wine in the United States, and play that board game, and it was always fun. All right, this should work now. But why am I spawning crows and not beetles? Did I accidentally add the crow to yeah? Oh, animal beetle. Oh, I know. So the crow. So the beetle is adding crows here. So I need to add beetles. Okay, so now crows will not show up anymore. Beetles will show up. So let's just get beetles showing up. I feel like that's the thing I need to show. This shouldn't be hard. It's possible it's because I'm a little distracted, but this shouldn't be hard. Oh, what is this? This link. Wayland Games Pandemic. Four diseases have broken out in the world, and it's up to a team of specialists in various fields to find cures for these diseases before mankind is wiped out. That's an interesting board game premise. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let me put that back. I just unpacked my collection this week. Get the legacy version. Oh, of Pandemic. Is there like an updated one that I shouldn't get? Alright, Progress Meadow. Okay. Wait, what the heck is that? Oh, it spawned a muffin or a cupcake. It spawned a cupcake because I set that originally. Okay, SP Beetle. That's amazing. So this, it basically goes to this object and tries to find the thing to spawn. And I temporarily put cupcake here, but then I made a beetle. Okay. Progress, meadow, progress. Okay, since that cupcake is here and I have beetles set to be only one, it will not spawn a beetle. There are quite a few expansions to Pandemic. The basic version is collaborative to defeat the disease, but you can get expansions where you also have terrorists working against you. Oh my god. Best for groups of 4+. Yeah, I don't have 4+ friends. Not in real life. Or I do. I have friends here, but we've tried asking if they wanted to play board games and they're just not interested. Okay, so here's a beetle. Okay, a beetle showed up. Can I photograph it? Please let me photograph you. Yes. Chick. Beetle. Look at that. Alright, so I got a beetle. New photo. Excellent. New photo. Pine tree. Great. So beetles show up now. Do they spawn crows? Since this beetle does not despawn, I am here and I'm progressing the day. It should be able to spawn a crow if I keep progressing enough. Okay. It spawned a crow. It took a couple tries, it took a couple days, but it worked. And now can I take a picture of the crow? Oh, I missed. Boom. I could take a photo of a crow. That all works now. The only thing that is not properly represented in this test is the beetle despawns when I leave the zone. And it doesn't respawn because it's not savable. It's just like a thing that shows up once in a while. So I have to take the spawning of the crows out of the beetles logic and put it somewhere else, somewhere more global that says, hey, beetles exist now, so now crows can exist. And this is, I think, the tier progression thing. So not only does the tier progressor tell you what tier you're on, it also dictates what can spawn now. So if I have crows here, and I think I have this all built in already, I just need to remember. So biome meadow. So here I have entities that can spawn. I have beetles here, and I think I just want to put crows in here too, but crows require beetles, and I need to somehow say the beetles are available. So crows require entities, restricted entities. So here I have, if a certain entity exists, don't spawn this. That'll be a thing one day, I don't know. So here I want, so required entities, they require beetles. Beetles require, let's say beetles require prime pine trees. If there's a fully adult pine tree, a beetle will spawn. I think one of my favorite odd themed board games is Sagrada. It's a stained glass dice drafting game. I don't even know what those words next to each other means. Stained glass dice drafting game. What does that mean? Can you bring the camera to your inn and maybe make a peephole? Gonzi, you're supposed to be my mod. What kind of example are you setting? All right, I also need to say, if anyone is out there and has no idea what's going on, you know, please say hi. I don't bite. I'm working on Alpine Lake. It's a life sim, Innkeeper-Sim game. Influences are like Stardew Valley, The Sims, and Ooblets. I've been very inspired by the game Ooblets lately. If you want to see stuff, you know, speak up. I'll do a little run through the game. I do want to like build an inn to see if marshmallows work. So I do want to do that eventually. I'm just trying to find out the boundaries to my mod. You are on probation. You need to be a good mod and not say offensive things like that. The theme is stained glass window creation. The game genre is dice crafting. Oh, dice craft. I didn't even know dice drafting was a thing. And that is a very niche theme. Stained glass window creation. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess board games have gotten pretty specific lately. Okay, so back to this. All right, so beetles will spawn if there's a pine tree. Pine trees are savable. They exist. They will be found by the biome area. I don't need to save anything. They'll just be there. But for the things that don't get saved, like beetles and crows, I need to say, hey, this has spawned before. So in the biome area, I have this progression tier. And I'll know if it's been spawned because I can check if it exists and I can compare it to the list of days that have progressed since then, because I still want that day thing to be like, you know, crows shouldn't just show up the next day. They should show up after a few days. So let's just get one thing working and it's gonna be great. So progress biome tier. I feed it the entity and then I say, hey, this thing has been here for a day. Now, what if tomorrow a beetle doesn't show up? Do I progress? Or it's almost like if it's 0, don't progress it. But if it is 1, progress it. So I need a... Okay, stop making things public. So I need 2 progression functions. I want like an end of day roundup, like progress everything if it's been progressed, and also progress it if it like jump started if it exists. So private void progress biome tier. So this is actually the progress biome tier with nothing here, and then this is new biome entity appear. Okay. Okay, so this will cycle through all of them, and if the day amount is greater than 0, count the day. We continue to count the days. Oh, I can't just plus this. Equals biome progress. Oops. Wait, what is this? What is happening? Tiers? Regression tiers. Oh, no. I forgot what I was doing. Virus 610. How are you? Thank you for the follow. What is up? What brought you here? How did you find me? Yo, game's looking good. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if you want to see anything specific or if you have no idea what's going on. But we're working on a life sim, Innkeeper-Sim. It's got some farming elements. It's got some construction, some NPC satisfying elements like The Sims. How you got to keep your Sims happy. You got to keep your NPCs happy. You skim the game dev category? I didn't even know I'm in there. My name looked familiar. Booyah Grandma. Well, my name has 2 M's in Grandma because whoever has Booyah Grandma with 1 M is out there. And I couldn't have that. Maybe you're familiar with Booyah Grandma with 1 M? Grand MMA. It's actually not. So I've noticed people have been thinking that lately, that it's grand, like MMA fighting. No, it's grandma, like old lady grandma. I need to bring up the thing that. So when I was like in what, 9th grade, there was a commercial for Crash Bandicoot. And that's where I got my name from. You and me. Booyah, Grandma. Booyah. This is where this name comes from, if anyone was curious. And me. Booyah, Grandma. Booyah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I was in 9th grade, and that was a long time ago. And sometimes you have to live with your poor decisions. So I am now forever Booyah Grandma. And I can't stop it. You gotta stay consistent with your online identity, especially if you're gonna make products. I think you popped into my channel a few days ago or something. Oh, do you stream as well? Maybe I did. Wait, do I follow you? If you go to, it's possible you were on like maybe Irish John's channel and he promoted you and I hit follow. I don't know. Yeah. That guy is a saint. He's so good at like making you feel welcome and like just giving you shout outs every once in a while. He's a good guy. Yeah, he is. I don't even know how to give shout outs. I'm that new to Twitch. True story, I thought Virus was a cool name when I was 13 years old. And that was a long time. Virus is a cool name. Irish John raided into Virus the other day. Nice. I've been raided once. And it was very strange when it happened. I was like, what? It's never happened since. And that was like my 2nd day of streaming ever. So I was like, I didn't even know what to do. I was like, hi? Do you have a chat bot? No, I don't have a chat bot. Do I need one? I think I need one. I can recommend some if you please do. This channel is very bare bones. It's my head and the Unity stuff. If I think I need more stuff. I need like ways to do things. I'm just such a Twitch noob. I knew a guy who was on Room Raiders. Is that a Bravo show? All right, what are we doing? We're getting this beetles in the game. I gotta get the damn beetles in the game. I was writing this area level up script. All right, so a new biome entity appear. I do that when I cycle through the progress biome. Let's see. Spot map, progress, add biome object. So progress objects. So here I'm adding a list of objects to progress. What I can do here is pair.value.biome entity. Okay. So here I say this new biome object appeared. If that biome object is required to level up, then we progress that int array. So now, the int array has an order to it. And we want to know if an entity can spawn. So private void, can entity spawn? And what I need to do is give it the biome entity. I want to, for each, no, I want to do the int again. So I want to go through all the tiers and basically do a few checks. And I need to do this every time. If the day amount is greater than or less than the biome progress of that index, then I want to return false. We need to make this a bool. Okay. Guardrails. Love me my guardrails. So we need a few. So basically, if we get to the end of this, it's also false because we need to make sure it's true in the for loop. So if we don't even find it, it's false. Before you get too deep into for each code, how many tiers are we talking? We're talking at least 4 or 5. Like, yeah, if you think this is like a really dumb way to do it, tell me, because I'm trying to make it like loose. I love making loose things that I could just adjust. No, not 300. No. Like maybe like there's like max 10. You know. Evby made the joke earlier, like the insect eats the flower, and the bird eats the insect, and the bigger bird eats the little bird, and the so it's an episode of Adventure Time I just watched yesterday, which is the Circle of Life. I basically need to just recreate the Circle of Life up until that final, like, if there's a bald eagle in your forest, that's the thing. If you see a bear, that's like the top of the food chain. You've leveled up this forest to be the top thing. So max 10. Loosed. Ganzi! God, be a better mentor. It was an MTV reality show. Room Raiders. Yeah, I don't remember that one. I didn't watch a lot of MTV growing up. Dictionary would be the better data structure but for 10, meh. Oh, you're right. Well, okay, so that's the thing. They are hierarchical. So the index location actually means something, because I wanted to just traverse the for loop, and if it doesn't get to that part of the for loop, you know, you don't get there yet. So I'm not sure how to do that with dictionary. And I want to set it in the editor, which I can't do with dictionaries. FB YouTube? What did you send me? Chad Gadya? Jack Black? What is this? What am I looking at? What did you send me this for? I do love Jack Black. Anything that guy does is just great. Alright, so I'm going through the indices here. I'm seeing if the day amount is greater than the threshold. And then I need to check if the entity we're trying to spawn is the entity that's next. Actually, we need to do that first. So if we're up to this one, then we can spawn, because this is the level we've achieved. If this entity has reached this index, we're good. If it's not this index, we keep going through the loop and we get blocked by the progress amount. And I think that's it. I don't know why it's giving me an error. Return true, return false, return false. Oh, whoops. I mean, you could still do it with the dictionary with the custom struct, but an ordered list is probably simpler. Yeah, I think this is all I need. These 2 lines of code, right? So we're progressing. Okay, so I need to globally progress this at the end of the day, or the beginning of the day. Progress biome. So after I progress the biome, I wait a frame. And I think this just happens in here. Although I don't like that. I'd rather keep it. I'd rather do it here. Progress biome tier. Okay. So now this will... So the only weird thing with this way is that if something spawns, it actually gets progressed twice. Unless I do this. I gather the spawn map. I progress the biome tier. Then I spawn new things. Okay, so now it only happens once. So now it'll make sense. All right. I think that's good. So now, in the progress biome, I just need to actually use this function we made, can spawn entity. It's not really can spawn entity, it's like entity tier reached. Is? Okay, is entity tier reached. And okay, where do we care? We care here. So if pair.value. No, we don't care here. So where do we spawn new things? Get all entities that are spawnable today. That seems like where we get it. So if the entity is in entities, if there's no free spots, we break. If it can spawn, so entities have their own rules. And if is entity tier reached, entity, continue. Okay, we did it. Now we have tiers. I think that's done. So before beetles were spawning crows, now we just need to set up our oh, you know what? I also don't want this in the area. I don't want this here. I want this in the scriptable object. I don't want to be sending this in the scene. One more thing. Biome. So this happens here. Biome entities, completion entities. So the meadow is the thing that controls the tiers. Biome meadow. Entities, completion entities. I already have something here. I don't think I actually use this, so I'm just going to refactor it to be the thing I need. And then I'm going to move this declaration to here. Keep it where I'm declaring it. And then here, I will... So instead of this living in the scene, it'll now live on the scriptable object. That seems better. I don't care about completion anymore. I don't think I used that. That's what I was referencing. Oh, yeah. FBI, yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't know what that was. That was a long time ago. Wasn't that a long time ago you referenced that? I mean, you could still do that. Okay, right. Did I read that already? Yes, I read that already. Okay, moving on. All right, let's see. Biome progression tiers. So now instead of grabbing it from here, I'm sure you're already throwing some errors. I need to grab it from the current biome. Okay. Keep thinking your cursor is mine. You trying to work on my stuff? I can use the help. All right. I think that works now. So in the meadow, we can set up our first progression. I came across a treasure trove of copyright-free music that I love. There's like 150 3-hour YouTube clips of all stuff like this, which is just perfect for me. I can listen to this all day. Oops. Gotta make this boy serializable. For biome progression tiers, so tier 1 is beetles. Everything else is default, but beetles are the first tier. And we want them to basically take, excuse me, let's just, for testing's sake, we'll say 2 days. And then crows, and then what's next? I can make something ridiculous that would... Alright, so I'm just going to put something here that's... So rose bush. 2. So if we see a rose bush in the meadow, which we shouldn't, we know we've reached the final tier. And Nick, I'm glad you're getting better at keyframing. All right, it is 8:50. So remember FB when you said that you didn't feel satisfied with your progress today, you didn't get enough done? I feel that right now. I feel like this wasn't a significant chunk of work, but I know it kind of was, you know? Like, I can progress biomes now, and they can block other objects. Yeah, but so did you. I bet so did you, but the feeling is not there. All right, so if I progress the meadow, I actually need to see some values to see if they're actually working. I feel like I could just spam this button and they'll show up eventually. Let's see. So progress meadow. A tree showed up. Oh, I'm getting a bunch of errors. Locations. So the day amount. Wait. Oh, I didn't make this the right length. I just kind of... Oh, I didn't actually initialize this at all. Whoops. A list of ints. And the size of it needs to be the size of so the size of this needs to be the size of the biome dot progression tiers dot count, right? Is that right? You put in parentheses the length, the size of this you want? Okay. That might work. And I need to see those ints. Like I wanna reference them. So for each int progress in biome progress. Actually, let's make it even fancier. For each biome progress tier in biome dot progression tiers. We will add a label. Oh, this is draw gizmos. I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw gizmos. I want this in here. So I want to draw a GUI.label at GUI, no, new rect. GUI offset X at 0? Do I want it at 0? No, we want it at 40, 80. 220. And we want it to say the progress.entity.name what? Oops. And sorry guys, this is getting boring because it's making my brain hurt and I have to think. And then I want to see the days it needs. So let me just do that all in one line. So I want the name, the progress.entity, the day amount it needs, and then the day it's at. So I need biome progress.x. Okay. And then actually this needs to be 80 plus 80 times x. So this should show me all of the data. I know all about the brain hurt. I just had to take a break from dev yesterday and do some pixel art for fun. Oh yeah, if I ever get like stressed about the structure, which I do often, I just go straight to art. I was making I was updating the beds earlier. Let me show those off a little. I went on like a rant about the theory of coziness this morning. I think it was just to one person. Maybe Yanni was there, but. This was a bed from a pack I had, and I was like, that's not cozy anymore. I gotta make something cozier. And then I made these, and I'm like, why is this cozier than this? This feels cozier, and I came to the conclusion that it's the confined comfort zone of the bed with the bed frames, and everything's like rounded corners, and there's a nice plush, puffy blanket, and there's just a coziness to it, and I'm trying to like understand how to make stuff super cozy. This is definitely not cozy, but I'm gonna leave it in the game as like a cot. I actually might downgrade it a little, like make it a real cot, like a thin, uncomfortable looking mattress for level 1 bed. The blankets look fuller, but footboards are the antithesis of comfort for me. Yeah, I think footboards are tough in actuality, but to really emphasize the coziness. If you make the forest god mad, you sleep in the cot. The forest god has no business entering your inn. He is in the forest only. All right. So I should be able to see all that data now. But that was my art dive, like, yeah, I'm constantly just going, oh, I don't know what to make anymore. I guess I'll just make some art. Oh, we have instant errors. Because I didn't initialize something. Must be non-negative. Oh, wait, what? Also, I'm not... What's happening? Does this not exist yet? This must not exist yet. Does on GUI happen before awake? What? I'm definitely initializing it. Hmm. Okay, that should be at least a sufficient guardrail for that error. I want to see the blacklight test. Oh, God, you're not moderator anymore. You're done. I need a new moderator if anybody, if anyone knows anyone. Interesting that Visual Studio on Mac puts open braces on the same line, or is that personal style? Wait, you mean when I like, if, I don't know, X, oops. Oh, I don't remember why it does that. I might have said it. I don't know. I think it's actually, I think that's just what it does. I don't remember setting that specifically. I actually don't like it. I don't like too many lines. I like a very compact code. So if it like automatically added space, I might have undid that. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I don't like messing with the IDEs too much. I'm not like an advanced developer. I'm not like an advanced engineer, so. Wait, so okay, so now I'm not seeing any data. If I progress, now I'm getting errors here? Something's up. So biome progress, it's like it's not getting. Oh, this must be bad. This must not be right. What are the two overloads? Capacity. So that is right. This is the capacity. Why is it null? Can I go to debug? Spots, biome progress, 0. So it's, is it 0 because it's uninitiated, or is it 0 because there's nothing in there? You're very advanced. I'm intermediate. So is this going to support gamepad when it's done? It already does, actually. I've been dual tracking gamepad and keyboard very diligently because my dream is to put this on Switch. I already got rejected from Nintendo to put it on Switch, but hopefully when I have like it on Steam, I'll reapply and they'll allow it. I have no track record, basically. You know, this is my first game in like 12 years, and I've never made a console game before, so I think that's why they rejected me. Also, their application system's very strange. They're like, hey, send us a YouTube clip of your video and like a 100 character blurb about yourself. It's like, that's all I get? I have 100 words to convince you that I should be on your store? All right, then I got nothing for you. This is so strange. I don't know why. What is happening here? Print biome.tiers.count. Like that value should be 3 because I said it. I said it properly. I've got less than 100 words. I've seen the crap you put on the Switch store and I could do better. Yo, seriously, like, sometimes I wonder what they allow. Honestly, the PlayStation indie store looks even worse. Yeah, some of those like thumbnails, they just look like someone in MS Paint. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, making games is hard, so I'm not trying to like ruin anyone's parade. Yeah, this is 0. Why is this? Oh, wait, it's 3 and then 0. It's because the in... All right, so one of them... There's 2 biomes loading. One is 0. One is 3. What if I progress the in? Did I do the wrong one? I definitely did the meadow, right? I applied for the developer program at Nintendo. They just ghosted me forever. It took a month to get back to me. Keep following your dreams. I will, Nick. So you should keep following your dreams too. Shit, it's 9:02. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to actual work. I wish I could do this all day, but I'll be back Thursday. I shall be back Thursday. I'll get this to work maybe tonight. Maybe I'll wait till Thursday on stream, but it's a little annoying to fix bugs on stream. I like to do fun stuff. Yeah, thanks for coming by, and I'll catch you all some other time. Do a shirtless stream on Thursday? I don't want you guys to sit there sweating and ruining your chairs, so I will not do shirtless Thursdays. But oh wait, let me do a raid. Let me do a raid. Last time I accidentally raided someone who was doing a rerun. They were just streaming a QuickTime, so that was annoying. So I gotta find someone to raid. Unity boss fight. Yeah, there's the one. I'm gonna raid this guy. Stick around for a second while I fumble through this. So bad at this. All right, here we go. We're getting out of here. Later, all.
Booyah, Grandma. Welcome in. Thanks for bringing the raid. How was your stream? Right now I'm working on a Unity animation for the boss fight challenge. This is being hosted by Clinton Jones, Punisher. So this is what I have so far. I've got the blocking ready. So you had a good stream, Booyah, Grandma, and thank you for stopping by. It's very nice of you to bring the raid this way. Basically, it's going to be an underwater scene. We have like a kind of like a kraken. If anybody's familiar with Critical Role, this is inspired by Ukatoa.